Many students dream of becoming doctors, but very few truly understand what happens after NEET during MBBS and how specializations shape long term careers. Today on Edu Advice, we are joined by Dr. Shimi, who has completed MBBS, MD in pathology, currently associated with Metropolis Healthcare. She has previously served as a laboratory director at CRL Diagnostics and also have been associated with Dr. Lal Path Labs. With over 15 years of experience, her career spans extensive expertise in healthcare diagnostics. Today, joined us to help students and parents understand medical careers beyond common perceptions.
I'm Dr. Shimi, and I'm currently working with Metropolis for past 7 years. So it's a long time I'm in this field of MD pathology. Finished my MBBS in 2012, and then I pursued my specialization in MD pathology. Since then, I've been working.
Could you share your journey from school to MBBS and then choosing MD pathology?
Actually, when it was to choose a career after 10th, I had a deviation towards a medical field. And so I chose bio over maths and PCB as my subjects. Coaching and everything started after 10th, then around 2 to 3 years of coaching. And then I cracked CPMT and got into medical school. After that, I developed love for pathology, or you say I liked the branch. And so I chose pathology as my specialization.
That really helps parents. Clarity develops over time. Thank you for sharing, Mom. Looking back, what are the biggest mistakes NEET aspirants make? What different pathways can students choose within medicine and healthcare?
See, what actually happens with the NEET aspirants is they think this exam is a survival. If we crack this, it's okay. If we don't, then we are nothing more. That is a issue which all NEET aspirants face at that time. I feel it's not so because there are many other options which are available. If they want to be doctors, like you have to be a specialist in your field, they can choose BDS, they can choose dental, they can choose Ayush also. But then they have to specialize and have to be the strongest among those. And also, then there are other options like biotech. Again, you can go for genetics, you can go into research. Research has good value. They can get into government jobs with research. Even BSc, MSc, and PhD from a good institute, if they search around, there are many options which are available for NEET aspirants. So they have to consider it like a marathon. Like they have to be constant and prepared. They don't have to be scared for the exams. So those are the things which are required. They don't have to burn themselves out. They have to be very consistent with their preparation. And if not, then there are options available which they have to search. I don't think it's like anything to worry about.
This brings clarity to students and parents exploring
Yeah.
different pathways within medical and
Right,
healthcare careers. Thank you for
right.
sharing, Mom. What helped you stay confident when the path ahead felt unclear?
How I was confident, like we were definitely studying. We were studying continuously, had filled so many exams. Definitely at my time, there were many options which were available. But now they have one single NEET exam. But it's okay. Still, they have to be positive about it. Like you have to be positive about your journey. And you have to be sure that you will make through. But then even if you're not able to, you have to be like not worried about it. It's okay because ultimately it's not like only one exam and we are done. It's like there are so many options available if you move ahead. That is what I feel about it. That gave me clarity. My parents were supportive, and I think all parents should support. That is how I got the clarity and could make it.
That's really a powerful reminder for students who feel lost that staying confident and positive is the most important. How different is
Right.
real MBBS life from expectations? How hard is hard enough when studying?
See, basically, when we are just preparing for the exam, it's like entering a medical school and wearing a white apron. We are being called doctors since the first year of MBBS. So it's very glamorous, but actually, it's not. You have to go through multiple exams, the dissection hall, multiple struggles. There, you have to face many failures, which all doctor I think have faced during their lifetime, during the period they were studying. So these are the challenges. There are lot many challenges as well. Again, you have to struggle. You have to prepare for your MG exams. So it's a continuous journey. It's not a glamorous life. You require a lot of consistency and you have to work. So that is how we felt it was different. But then it's okay. The charm still remains. Yeah.
Truly, ma'am. This honesty helps parents set
Right.
realistic
Right.
expectations. So, what influenced your decision to choose pathology? How can students feel confident choosing diverse path?
See, there were two reasons why I chose pathology. First of all, I was quite interested in academics. So teaching always impressed me. And there are like at my time, like, there were so many medical schools and medical colleges which were the new budding colleges. So I chose it because I was always interested in teaching and academics. And above all, it's also a paraclinical branch. Basically, pathologists are known as doctors of doctors. There is a lot to know more about the diseases when you get into pathology. And again, the work life balance, I used to see people sitting calmly near the microscope and reporting. So that also impressed me. So that is why I chose pathology. And definitely, the work life balance is better than other clinical branches. And if you're really interested in academics and you really don't want patients' interaction, I think it's a branch you can choose. It is a good future ahead. Yeah.
This truly helps parents understand that success truly looks different for everyone. So, how would you explain pathology in simple words? What healthcare careers are often overlooked?
So, pathology, they are known as doctors of doctors. Basically, what happens when doctor treat patients, 70% of reports, I would say, goes with the pathologist. This is one thing, although it's a paraclinical branch, you don't have patients interaction much, but definitely you play a major role in treating a patient because the treatment is dependent on the pathology reports. The doctors have to wait for pathology reports to start treatment or to decide treatment or to change treatment. That is how it's an overlooked branch. And these are the careers which NEET aspirant during their PG examinations can choose. This is how I think this branch is overlooked and many other paraclinical branches.
Thank you, ma'am. It is really very helpful for non medical
Right,
parents.
right, right.
So, what students are best suited for pathology? How is work life different from clinical branches?
See, for the clinical branches, if I'll say there are a lot of emergencies, you have to completely interact with patients. If I'll say for a surgeon also, there are times when they have to get up at 3 p.m. and go for the emergency surgery. Similarly, there are other branches like anesthesia and even general medicine where you are going to get emergency call. But there are certain branches, for example, dermatology or pathology, they're definitely less of the night duties. After some time, all your night duties will definitely end. They'll stop. This is one thing. Again, if I'll say about the work life balance, you can choose your working hours. That way, it's great. Even if you want to be a part time pathologist, you can choose it and you can work. So, work life balance is also maintained with this paraclinical branch. So that way, pathology is for those people who are into medicine, but then definitely want work life balance, want to stay away from patients. Maybe once they realize when they enter, some people just don't want patients interaction. So for them, it's a nice branch. Again, there is a lot coming up in AI and digital pathology. So people who are more interested in innovations and research can also take this branch.
Truly, ma'am. So, work life balance clarity matters a
Yeah.
lot. What are the career opportunities after MD pathology? Is it stable long term?
Yeah, now there are varied opportunities which are available. Definitely, there are so many medical schools which have come up. You can definitely join as a professor. Initially, when you start, you join as an AP. So, very good for girls. They can get into the academics and definitely can take care of the family. So, there are multiple options which are available in standalone laboratories or the corporate chains, corporate hospitals. Pathologists are required everywhere. So, there are going to be multiple options. The government jobs are also available. Again, they can start their own laboratory if they have good clientage. So there are multiple opportunities that they can get into once they do MD pathology.
That's reassuring, ma'am. Stability reassures parents
Right.
and students.
Yeah. Mm.
So,
Yeah. Yeah.
how are technology, automation, and AI changing pathology?
So this is one thing which is actually coming into pathology now. If I'll say the digitalized pathology started like long back, But now it has become more of AI driven, and they are not going to replace the branch, but definitely they are going to assist pathologists a lot with so many answers, so many innovations available with AI. The reporting process is going to change. Definitely, the report going to become more accurate and better compared as they used to be previously. They are a very good assisting tool for pathologists and in fact the radiologists, some of the other branches, which will be definitely benefited from AI. Yeah.
That's really true, ma'am. Technology becomes a strength,
Yeah.
not a threat.
It's not a threat.
Enter
It's a strength.
MBBS without
Yeah.
clarity. How can parents support better?
See, parents have to support. They have to support their struggle rather than supporting their marks or clearing the exam. They have to support their struggle. Clarity has to be there. See, MBBS is a long journey. So, the clarity which is required, first of all, NEET is not an end. Even if you're not able to crack NEET, there are multiple options. They should search for those options also. And parents need to understand that the child is going through a lot because they definitely are working under pressure of giving an exam, so they have to support them anyway. It's not like that you put excessive burden on their kids. Some parents do put, they should not put excessive burden on their kids of clearing the exam or getting good marks or getting good ranks. It's like they have to be supportive in this job. That is how it will help those students.
That's a crucial message for parents.
Yeah.
So, ma'am, before we end with the discussion, could you give one honest piece of advice for students and parents?
You see, there are certain misconceptions which are there for MBBS that you have to struggle a lot. See, struggle is definitely there. It's not so that's not there, but definitely you also settle as soon as comparable to other branches. Once you finish off your MBBS, after 4.5 years, you enter an internship where you start getting a stipend. Then you can also start with a job like a house job within MBBS. You actually start earning, which is very quite comparable to your other peer groups. So this is one thing which needs clarity when you're done with your MD and maybe super specialization. It's not that very struggling. You have to study a lot, but again, it becomes a part of your journey. It's not that you cannot earn at that time or you something. You can definitely earn. So earning starts comparable to your peer group. So that is one misconception which people have about MBBS, that you'll earn after you study along. So that is not so for a long time. So it's not. This is one thing. And definitely regarding the parents, I would say that parents have to be more cooperative. Again, one of the toughest exam which their child has to go through. So they have to be very supportive in their journey and should also tell them that this is not the end of the world. There are a lot many options which are open, not many options abroad as well. So even if they're not able to get into the MBBS, they can definitely get into something else, which can also pay you better in your later years. I feel these are the sincere advice which I would like to give to the parents. So there is nothing to worry basically. Yeah.
Very true,
Thanks,
ma'am.
Amrita.
Thank you so much for sharing such honest and practical insights today. Conversations like this will truly help students and parents move forward with clarity and confidence.
Okay. Thanks, Amita. Thanks.